I will talk about that today. So, this windmill was built up in 1975 and between 1975 and 1978. It was 3 years that this period in Denmark was oil crisis. So there was no oil, and the industry and the population was a bit alarmed because the prices of the energy, they was going up and up. And was a group of teachers that they decided to try to do something different and something that can be reasonable for the nature and for the people. And in equation all these problems, they decided to build a windmill. These people that they start to build a windmill, is important to say that they was not specialized in any kind of materials or engines, or it was only teachers. They want to save the environment, and therefore they have also some connections because teachers, and they ask help from the University of Technology and Science, and they, of course, they help, and was a very good cooperation. Also with a lot of volunteers. We are talking about thousands of volunteers. Everybody that was passing by and want to help, and they was very happy that a lot of volunteers came from all over Europe. And these windmills mark a point in the history of the energy in Denmark, because today between 15 and 20% of the energy that they are used in Denmark is coming from the windmill. And also the industry developed in order that they are selling, and they have industry also in China, and they are expanding. But what can we take out of this experience and out of this brave action from these teachers is that a bunch of people that can do very, very, very good things for the environment. And I would like to take this like example to this conference, because it's in the hand of the people, the environment, and the change for the good. But what I've been seeing now in the world is not always like that. And that's why I would like to come with this experience and to make people that they have the power to change and sign contracts and sign agreements with the NGOs, with private sectors, with different governments and international institutions, that they think about what they are doing. Because it's very important that what the other presentations they were saying so far, very interesting, but one point that I would like just to put up, that if somebody wants to take like the discussions, for me it would be very nice, is the population, because I'm just here since 30 of December of the last year, and we can see that, for example, we approach Europe, we approach the global warming in the way that, yeah, it's something that will come in the future. But here, when we arrive here, we see something that is real. It's true, it's real, it's the present. And we say, I've never been out of Dhaka, and in Dhaka, I already was visiting slums, and we can see people, they are coming from the floating areas. And it took me very inside of my heart. Because it's people that arrive here in Dhaka with nothing, and they want to try to fight for a new life. And they have to build a new life from the beginning. And these kids, they are begging in the streets. And this humanitarian side of the global warming, it's happened already here in Bangladesh. I would like to know if some attack plan for this situation, because it's a situation that is affecting all of us that are living in Bangladesh. Because the criminality goes up, the health is also very bad because the slums, they are above the water and they have problems in the lungs, tuberculosis, pneumonias. I think that it's also good, everything that was said here before, it's very important. But I think people, humanitary, it's very, 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 for me, touchable and touch feelings. So, thank you very much for this time.